Brother, overhead lighting is the worst thing in a new setup for the office. Okay. And what have you done to the office? I'm recording, by the way. Okay.
I just hit
So
record.
you have a new office setup.
Yes. Well, I used to have this big black shelf that I held a lot of my clothing on, and I didn't get rid of it. I'm giving it to somebody else, but I got this clothing rack. So now everything kind of lays on that. All the stuff in the closet all the stuff that was like, I had like boxes and shit on that shelf. All of those fit in the closet. And then I bought a chair from like a thrift store, like my hanging out chair, my lounging chair. And then we got this little sitting couch fold into a bed situation thing.
I believe that's called a futon.
So now, well, it's not a futon per se. This wraps up into a chair, and then has straps that you can lay down. So it lays flat into a bed. Pretty comfortable. But this is my new podcasting chair.
Well, I just dropped you. There we go. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. All good podcasts need a good podcasting chair. You need decent. For those of you that listen to us for our professional takes on podcasting, we are almost 100 episodes in and multiple years into this whole thing. It's required is not a strong enough word. It is necessary. It is mandated by the podcasting gods. The voting members of the Podcasting Hall of Fame insist that you be comfy while you do this.
Yeah.
Listen to
Joe Rogan. Who are some other big podcasters?
The greatest podcast of all time, Overnight Drive. It's mandated. It's required. If
fair,
you're not going to be voted into the Podcasting Hall of Fame if you do not have a comfy setup. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules.
No. Yeah. They're governing chairs. It's in their laws.
We fell in.
It's in their constitution.
It's in their constitution. The podcasting forefathers have years and years and years ago, when Steve Jobs or whatever underling under Steve Jobs came up with the name podcasts, they drafted a constitution. And they all wore powdered wigs and decided that this was how podcasts were going to go. And I mean, God bless them. God bless them all.
Yeah.
We fell into a perfect cold open without even trying. Let's hit our sync with 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Pack You Run podcast. My name is AJ Lagambina.
That got everywhere.
Oh no.
And I am Dan. My seltzer spilled everywhere except on the podcasting equipment. Mayot.
Dan, I have good news.
Sure. What is it?
I'm going to die alone.
How's that good news? How's that good?
I had an epiphany while I was working at the chalk factory today.
Sure.
Like, you know what? I am going to die alone. I am going to have...
Elaborate.
I will have family. I will have friends. I will have accolades such as the Podcasting Hall of Fame. There's plenty of things. Well, this is not a sad revelation, but we are in the middle of what better men than me have so eloquently referred to as yum yum season.
Huh?
It is warm outside. There are very beautiful women dressed in very beautiful dresses walking down the street that all look very good. And every single one of them that I have looked at, I have gone, I don't think I even stand a chance. And you know what? That's okay. I enjoy the fact that they're all just able to be out there and enjoying the warm weather. And I'm going to enjoy the warm weather on my own terms without having to think about anything else. I do not need anybody else in my life. I am a self-sufficient man. And you know what? if I die alone, I will make sure that I build my life in such a way where I'm going to die alone comfortably. But I may just die alone. And you know what? That's okay.
I don't want you to think that way. That's a morbid way to think.
Is it it morbid, or is it just like, is it acceptance of like, what if I'm just alone for the entire rest of my life? And what if I'm okay with that? What if I become a hermit?
Man, you sound like every generic white guy podcaster right now. I'm just the incel like
no,
podcaster.
This is not incel.
That's what you sound like right now.
Dan, this is not incel, because incel stands for involuntarily oh my god, celibate. Involuntarily celibate. This is not involuntary. This is not me saying, oh man, this is the women's problem. This is why I'm never going to find myself a decent girl or a decent wife or whatever else. This is volcel. This is voluntary. This is, I have decided of my own volition that I will die alone. Well, even that, I didn't decide that. It's just, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll meet somebody soon.
What you have to realize, guys, is that I'm gaming the system, because the number of people that I have seen that have been like, I'm just going to be single for a while. I'm done with the dating scene. I'm done with all of this, blah, 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 yeah, jibber jabber.
Yeah.
Within a month, all of them turn around and it's just like, I just met the love of my life.
It's like that episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It was like what was it? Like Robin was like, oh, like I'm remaining single, blah 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 blah. And then like Ted and like Marsha are just like rattling off people like blah 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 person from my work. Like, oh, I'm just gonna like focus on myself and blah 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 blah. Like 6 months later, married.
We have a platform where I have the ability to put that out into the world and see if it works. So you know what, world? I'm okay with dying alone. I'm going to die alone. Send your best at me.
Don't speak it into the universe.
Supposedly it works. It's enough that it's a sitcom trope. So
fair.
So anyway, it's been a couple of weeks. We're getting more consistent, but like the Chalk Factory is a schizophrenic nightmare for scheduling. And also I've spent the past couple of weeks traversing around the DMV, and we've talked since I got to Nashville. So it's been like, summer has started off with a bang, man.
Yeah, summer has been busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Very much so. What have you been getting up to in the past 2 weeks since we've recorded?
Let me see. I was working quite a bit of Memorial Day weekend. But Sunday we went down to the Cape. Saturday night we started off with like a party at in Somerville, and there are some things I'm very proud of as an adult. I've never been approached for a pyramid scheme. I've never been approached for a timeshare, because that shit's next. That shit is next. But up until that Saturday, I was never iced. And I got iced, and I took it on the chin, and I downed that sucker in 10 seconds. I just opened my throat up, and I just housed it.
Don't put it that way, dude.
What?
I opened my throat up.
Oh, pause.
Phrasing, my guy. Phrasing.
Yeah, so
Jesus Christ.
I got iced and I cut myself off that night.
That reminds me of two stories, both of which involve people that are not involved with the podcast, but one of them is an active listener. Can I tell you my favorite icing story of all time?
Yes, go for it.
So I'm probably going to go long on this because like the context just makes it even funnier. Friend of the pond, Sean Harkins, great dude. He has his bachelor party a couple of years ago. I'm still living in Nashville. I'm supposed to meet everybody in upstate New York at this beautiful cabin. It's on the water. We've got like boat access and a bunch of other stuff. It's not that far from Lake George. So I'm like, oh man, I can get like a really cheap flight into Albany. I can go up, like see some people that I know, the whole deal. At the last minute, I decide that I'm going to fly into DC and take the drive with our friend Pat, who was the best man, to just go straight up 95 to go to this cabin, which turns out to be the perfect deal because I come here to DC, start putting together, like we go grocery shopping, we get all the beer, we get everything else. And the two of us are being menaces as we're at the Total Wine. And we go, we should get a bunch of Smirnoffs and we should just ice people. So we load it up, we get everything together, and we decide to go watch a Sox game back when it was acceptable to watch a Sox game.
Yeah, right.
In the middle of this bar, Pat looks at the Airbnb that he had booked, and he's just like figuring out last minute details and goes, oh, fuck, and then goes silent. And I start trying to ask, like, what's going on? After a couple of minutes, he explains there was so much rain that summer that it had flooded the septic tank at this place we were supposed to go to. And the septic was flowing into the river in the backyard of this place. We are like
brutal.
We are like 13 hours away from having to go to this Airbnb. And the owner has just told us we can't have people here.
Yeah.
So the whole bachelor party rallies together. We get everybody's information and everything else. We're able to reschedule, or not reschedule, we relocate. And now we're staying in a place in New Hampshire. So we have to go over the course of the weekend. Pat and I spend 24 hours in a Chevy Camaro, which Pat has a very nice car. You do not want to spend even 10 hours in a Chevy Camaro. It's not built for road trips.
I can't imagine doing a road trip in a Camaro. That is not a road tripping. That's not a road trip vehicle. Like when I think of the perfect road trip vehicle is probably like a minivan.
Can confirm. I moved my entire life from Nashville to DC in a rented minivan, and it was a very smooth, very easy drive.
Dude, low key, that might be my next car. Like just a minivan. I don't care.
You're never escaping the dad allegations, dude.
or just like maybe an SUV. I don't know. Anyways, you went to New Hampshire.
So we go to New Hampshire. We are packed to the gills with food and with alcohol.
Wait, how did you... A Camaro doesn't have that much room to put things in it.
Oh, we made it happen.
Like that trunk is tiny.
Yes, it is. And the entire trunk was alcohol, and the back seat was what we could fit for clothes and everything else, in addition to food and probably more alcohol.
Jesus.
We get all the way up there. It's a very nice place. It's got a hot tub on the back deck. It's like right near a pond. Great little spot. I think it was day 2.
Yeah.
We're just playing yard games and enjoying the sunshine. We set up Can Jam because it's got a huge dirt driveway. We set up Can Jam, and Pat, in his infinite wisdom, is like, we're going to put the ices in each of the Can Jam cans.
Of course.
Mr. Bachelor himself, Sean, goes to the far end. I'm watching from this porch, looking down on this, just enjoying what I'm about to witness. Sean goes to the far can to get himself ready. He's going to take a few warm-up shots or whatever. And he looks down into the can and sees the ice. And he laughs and does exactly what you just described. He's like, gets down on one knee, opens up his throat, downs the bottle. And he goes, yeah, you guys got me. That's great. This idiot starts walking back towards the house and looks into the second can. Which after, like, you've learned nothing. You just got screwed on the first one, downed it, and then on your way back, you're like, there's no way there's one in the second can. Of course there is.
I mean, I don't think he's that wrong to think that, maybe. Or
if I get iced, like I'm playing ball, but I'm not happy. And now I'm on alert. This idiot gets one, turns around, looks into the second can, and just looks up at the porch and goes, I hate you guys, and then downs the second one. The fact that he was standing at the end of that day is magnificent.
I mean, he's Irish.
Yeah, he's an Irish boy. He's got that hollow leg.
He always mentions like, oh yeah, I'm Irish. I can just drink a fuck ton.
He really can. It's just the fact that there's no ramp up with Sean. He just one of my best friends, one of my oldest friends, but brother, he has a light switch. He can put it away, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, and Sean's drunk. There's no in between. It's either Sean is sober or Sean is just trashed.
Yeah. Anyways, got iced on that Saturday. I went to the Cape. We went to the Cape. Dude, it was like raining the whole time. It was like gross. It was not a good, crappy weather to start off the summer. Yesterday, what?
I was just going to say the weather down here for weeks was just terrible. I'm amazed at how much like in sync New England and DC are.
But we've had terrible weather. Friday night, or this past Friday, I went to the Lowell Spinners game, which they used to be a minor league baseball team for the Red Sox back in the day. And then they stopped existing in 2020 and they're back and I'm stoked. It's good to have baseball back in the city of Lowell.
North Shore, kid.
North Shore. Well, technically, Lowell is not North Shore.
It's North Shore adjacent.
I don't call Lowell the North Shore. I don't even call Tewksbury the North Shore.
Everyone else does.
It's funny because like we have a friend who like Justine met a friend on Bumble and they were like, oh yeah, we live in the North Shore. And I'm like, oh cool. Like Saugus, Salem, Winthrop, like Beverly, like Gloucester. Like I think of those towns like bordering the ocean.
I dare any of our non-New England listeners to spell any of those towns, by the way.
Well, Salem's easy. But then they said Tewksbury, and I was like, that's not the North Shore. I mean, whatever. Doesn't matter. And then yesterday we helped our friends move, and yeah, been chill, you know.
Nice.
What about you?
Man, I've been working my ass off, as usual. The Chalk Factory never sleeps. The previously aforementioned friend of the pond, Sean Harkins, Sean and his wife and his sibling were all down for Memorial Day weekend, so I got to see them a bunch.
Yeah.
We hit a couple of speakeasies. There was like a Star Wars themed one, which was pretty cool. I just got a beer because all the mixed drinks looked not great, and the mixed drinks that I had at the spot that we went to before that,
I feel like you're not a mixed drink person, though. You're not like a cocktail person.
If I'm doing cocktails, man, it's got to be simple, it's got to be sweet, like it has to be enjoyable. There was one that I had where it was a pretty heavy pour, like it was a heavy drink already. And then instead of an ice cube, it was this like tumbled, like spherical rock that was frozen in the bottom of it.
Okay, I've seen those, yeah.
The entire drink tasted like sand. Like, what are we doing?
What is your favorite like cocktail? Like if you're in a cocktail mood, what is like the one that you're rocking with?
Oh, that's a really good question, man. Pretty much anything sweet will get me by.
Yeah.
I did have, I had this friend, Tiffany. She worked at Bowie's, rest in peace. She used to make a drink called the AJ because she knew I liked amaretto, and she never told me what the ingredients were in it because she didn't want me ordering it anywhere else.
Fair.
That was pretty good. Those like Bahamas kind of like rum-based punch things. Something like that's pretty good. I'll fuck with a pina colada or a margarita, or like there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them that I'll drink, but like
yeah.
If I'm drinking a mixed drink, I'm not really there for the alcohol of it all.
Yeah. I love an old fashioned.
I burned myself out so hard in college on whiskey and gin.
Oh, I love whiskey.
It's,
And that's
I
what
mean,
I like.
every bartender that I've ever been friends with has like this love affair with Jameson, and I can do a shot of Jameson with you.
Yeah.
I can do some tequila, I can do whatever, but like hard liquor is never, outside of like a short like 6-month period when I was in college.
Yeah.
Hard liquor's never really been my thing. I do have my tradition of when I'm on a flight, especially a JetBlue flight,
Yeah.
cranberry vodka, man.
Ooh, cranberry vodka.
You get that you get that nip of Tito's, and they give you the full can of the cranberry juice cocktail, like the Minute Maid or whatever.
So good.
Yep,
Get a lime with that.
I'll have one of those and be perfectly fine for the rest of my flight if I'm awake for it.
Right. I remember. So this is crazy. So my first ever flight was from New York to Japan.
I remember this.
But like I don't remember it. I was asleep for most of it. I knocked out. 16-hour flight. Pretty like yeah. And also, I think I had the middle seat for both of those flights, like to there and back. Fine, whatever. But like we went to Nashville, and it was the first time I ever had like a window seat. And I was like, oh man, like window seat. I've never had one. This is exciting. And we're ramping up. We take off, and I'm afraid of heights. And I'm like, I don't like heights. So I look down and I'm like, oh shit, nope,
nope, no,
no. Flight tender comes around. They're like, hi, do you want anything? And after I already got yelled at for, I got yelled at for bringing my suitcase was clearly too big for the overhead bin.
Oh,
and I got yelled at. Well, like. I got yelled at by the person at the front, and they were like, that's too big. Like, you need to check that. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm trying to check it. And they're like, we're trying to do the process. And finally, at one point, he's just like, I don't care. Just go on. And so I just roll onto this flight, and the first flight attendant sees me, and she's like, that's too big. You need to check that next time. I'm like, okay, sorry. Like, I will. And then, like, I pass by another flight attendant. She's like, that's too big. You need to check that next time. I'm like,
get it.
Yeah. I was like, yes, I know that. I like... But they come around for drink service, and I'm just like, yep, I want a double of Jack and Coke, please. I was like, make that a double. Make that shit like a double. Like,
help me.
Help me. I don't like the sensation of being in the sky. Humans should not be in the sky.
To a certain extent, you're right. We're
not meant to be in this little area. This tube flying through the air.
Yeah, this little aluminum tube. Nah, man, I enjoy flying for the most part. I enjoy flying. I love the approach into a place. Like when you come down from the cloud level and like you start to see whatever city you're landing in or whatever. That's always like, there's something kind of cool about that.
Every time I fly into Boston, I think we're hitting that water.
Bro,
I think the
approach in Logan is a little bit, it's a little bit hard to do.
Like, I think every single time we're just going to crash right down into the water, and it's just going to do that little, like little puddle.
You always do like the loop around, so you're seeing the city, and it's always kind of fun, especially as you're coming across East Boston, where I can be like, oh, I see Marion Street. Okay, I know exactly where I am. And then you get back out over the water, and they have to make that landing as they're coming down over the water, and you're like, shit, oh shit. All right, we made it. Good.
But I'm not one of those people that's going to clap when they land.
Oh my God, no. Don't clap.
Please clap.
No. This is the polar opposite of Jeb Bush. Do not clap when the plane lands. If you're sitting in a movie theater, don't clap at the end of the movie. There's no one there that's hearing you. You're not praising anybody. You're doing nothing. What do you think you're at? Like, are you at Cannes? Are you at Cannes Film Festival? Are you at the movie premiere for whatever shitty Marvel movie you're watching right now? Stop. No one wants to hear it. You're clapping for words on a screen, and you're not even reading the words on the screen. You saw the first 3 actors, and then you were like, is there going to be a post-credit scene on this one? You're like looking at your date, like, are we good to go? Are you the kind of person that leaves your popcorn bucket on the seats, or are we going to clean up after ourselves? Like, what are we doing?
You have to clean up after yourself.
Fucking clean up after yourselves, please.
Are you a heathen?
The vast majority of people are.
Like, is that how your mother raised you?
If you have ever made a comment about the fact that the floors in your movie theater are sticky, if you've ever made a comment like that, but you're also the same person that would leave your fucking popcorn bucket just on the seat, you didn't take your soda and either finish it or put it away.
Yeah.
You are
that shit's so expensive.
Clean up after yourself.
I love popcorn.
It's not you're not making a political statement, which, like, if anybody was smart enough to actually be sitting back and being like, I'm leaving this popcorn here as my silent protest against the fact that this 85-cent bucket of popcorn that I paid for cost me $30 because I also got the friggin' Baby Yoda plastic bucket that's going to sit on my shelf for a while, and then my future children are not going to want, so it's just going to get thrown into a landfill anyway. If you had that much
savers,
if you had that much methodology behind you, like, maybe I still wouldn't respect it or even really accept it, but like, okay, at least you're consciously thinking about it. None of you are actually consciously thinking about it. You're just heathens. I hate this.
Let's not make the slightly above minimum wage person cleaning their lives more difficult.
The hopefully slightly above minimum wage.
Yeah. Hopefully slightly above minimum wage.
I don't know what the pay is, but man, we're just doing like full pod, like these are such quintessentially podcast topics that we're talking about right now.
We're just riffing.
Have you ever noticed that you're at a movie theater and there are only 2 types of people that work at movie theaters?
What are they?
They are either like, oh, this is clearly your first job.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 16-year-olds that just have that look in their eyes like, yes, I'll take your ticket. I'm like people that just like, it's funny because they physically move like they're like baby deer. You can tell by the way they rip your ticket or like take your order for your popcorn or whatever. You can look at them and be like, oh yeah, you have no lived experience at all.
Well, they're very cautious because like they don't want to get yelled at or like they don't want to, you know what I mean? Like
they don't want to get yelled at by you. They don't want to get yelled at by their boss, their shift manager, whoever.
Right.
They are either 1,000,000,000% just like little baby deer walking around being like, please don't hate me. I'm just trying to do my job. Or they are the most decrepit, ancient, old people that are just like, well, Walmart doesn't hand out the stickers anymore, so I'm ripping tickets at the Regal Cinemas.
I'm trying to think, like, so we have a lot of small theaters, like independent ones around here. Like
shout out to the Brattle.
Shout out to the Brattle. Brattle is really cool. Shout out to Coolidge Theater.
Our Coolidge Theater is pretty cool too.
Yeah. Those are really cool. So like it's those are fun. I like seeing movies there. Don't go there enough. I went to the Brattle to see that Turnstile movie when it came out.
Oh, I forgot that was being shown there. I'm glad that you went. I remember seeing that announcement and being like, holy shit, like that would be sick.
That was really cool. When did I go to Coolidge? I think we usually go to Coolidge when there's like a room screening at midnight. Those are usually fun.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
That's a good way to spend a night.
Yeah, it's not bad, but getting out of a movie at 2 a.m. is, I don't know. That's late.
It's the same thing that I think we talked about on last episode where like enough with these like 5-6 band bills. Like this is let's just own up to it. This is hi, you're ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to WPRP, the sound of the Pack You Run podcast here on 101.7 we're going to go into the old man corner, also known as the whiner line. Let's talk about our old man stuff. Starting off with our host, AJ, saying, please, for the love of God, get your shows done and over by at least 11, if not 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm old and I want to go to bed.
I mean, you also don't have to go to it.
Okay. So
you know, like
that
you also don't have to go.
That's a pedantic answer, but it's also a true one. You don't have to go. But like isn't it nice to experience daylight? Isn't it nice to get a full 8 hours of sleep? Why are you running a show where you, the promoter, the agents, everybody knows that no one's getting out of there before 1 a.m.? Why are you running a movie when you know that nobody's going to be getting out of the theater until at least 2 a.m.? Stop.
I mean, midnight screenings are normal, at least for the room. That's a normal thing. That's normal. And it can be.
I guess that works for Rocky Horror as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you have nothing else going on, if you don't have anything going on the next day, sure. Yeah, I think it's great. But like most of the time I have stuff I want to do or like I
need to do,
want to do. It is what it is. It's
the ever looming specter of laundry.
Yeah. We're not 22, 21 years old anymore where like
the hamper sitting in the corner of your room that is just silently but weirdly loudly screaming at you, clean me.
That is my laundry right now. I am that guy.
That was me literally last night, like 9:30 at night, and I sit back and I go, oh, God damn it. Like, I
barely do my laundry anymore. It's only because there's a laundry place around the corner from us that it's like $1.25 per pound. They just do it for you, and it's like $30.
Yo,
so I just, if I'm really busy, actually I'm always busy. I just spend the $30.
We know, Dan.
Why?
Because you are always busy. You're the most you're the most interesting man in the world. You're the you're one of the probably the greatest millionaire that Boston has ever seen.
I don't know about that. But yeah, like $30. I would have spent $20 doing my own laundry with the same amount of stuff that I have to wash. Like 10 extra bucks. Oh, what the hell? I am slowly but surely making my way towards leveling up my life as far as living situation, job. Right.
There's so many things that I'm just taking stock of and trying to move on up in the world with. As that pertains to laundry, there are only two options that I can see going forward. Number one, with a bullet, is I need to live in a place that has a washer and dryer on site.
That's the dream.
The laundromat thing is like, I don't have the time. I'm not waiting around for my shit. No.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it in the comfort of my own home, and then it's only my fault if I forget to move it from the washer to the dryer or whatever else. That introduces accountability. I need to be paying attention to those things.
That's what I want. I want that.
That is what I have right now. But I also would like to live alone at some point and like really just I want to be my own man, Dan. I want to be a contender.
Yeah.
The other option is I need to get the bag. Because what's also interesting is the idea that I got one of my ex-girlfriends, she, in the house she lived in, had a laundry service where she scheduled a time for a pickup and she would just leave like 2 hamper bags at her front on her front steps. They would just come, pick it up, wash it, fold it, and return it. And it was not even a thought. And I'm like, man, that is a standard of living, isn't it?
That one's expensive. I haven't done that, but I've priced it out. Expensive.
That is,
because you're spending that's like $50, or like that's like 50
but imagine,
to 100, depending what you're washing.
Imagine a world, fellow millennials. Imagine a world where that $50 wouldn't even be a thought in your mind. It's just take it away. bring it back to me when it smells good and it's folded and I can just put it away.
Yep.
We could get there, Dan.
Someday.
We can get there.
I mean, speaking of things that make your life so much better, having a cleaner for your apartment, like do like a deep clean. You know what I mean? Man.
Again, imagine a world where you could just spend that money, every week, 2 weeks? You just hire a service where you turn around and you go, yep, please come in, do the work. I would love to come home every Wednesday night and just be like, oh yes, everything is pristine.
I mean, we have that. We've done that like every 2 months. Like, this is great.
You walk into your apartment and you're just like, money well spent. This is perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
I strive to be in that upper echelon of not even home ownership, just like living space where I would love to just turn around and be like, okay, I don't have to think about that.
Yeah.
Because it takes its toll. Like, even when you just know, like, oh, I have to do laundry tonight or whatever. You have that thought at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon while you're at the cobalt mine or the chalk factory or whatever.
Yeah.
And for the entire rest of however long your shift is, you're just sitting back and you're like, fuck. All right, now I got to go do this again.
And usually, for me at least, I wait until the last possible second to do laundry. Like the last pair of socks, last clean pair of underwear. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to do laundry. And then...
I mean, that thinking hasn't failed us yet.
Yeah, but dude, sometimes I get so lazy with laundry, I just end up buying new pairs of underwear or socks. I don't know if you've done that, but that is like sometimes I'm just like I'm just gonna delay this, so I just go to TJ Maxx and just.
Dude, the number of Target trips that I have taken in like basically since I left for college,
right.
If we're being real. So right around 2014. So it's been 12 years, right? 2026. We're in 2026, right?
Yeah.
This is how I 100% know I'm getting old. Like, dates don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's 2026. Shocking. Oh, okay. Yeah, for 12 years, at least once a year, if not multiple times a year, I have been in that position where I've turned around and I've been like, I know I have to do laundry because I don't have any more boxers. I'm running out of socks. Whatever it is.
But
I'll sit back and be like, well, and Professor Marx, my economics professor, would be proud of me for at least once a week using the term cost-benefit analysis.
Right.
Every once in a while, you sit back and go, well, what's more important to me? Using up some of my detergent and 2 hours of my time to get a load of laundry done, or going and spending $14 to get myself a multi-pack of a couple more boxers and I can delay this task.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only person that does that. I think everybody does.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like, because you have like a billion t-shirts. You have like, I mean,
I have a billion t-shirts.
I have so many t-shirts. It's ridiculous. And you can wear pairs of pants up to like 5-10 times. It depends.
Supposedly, you're not supposed to wash denim. You're only supposed to spot clean.
I've heard that, or like you're supposed to, like every 30 washes for denim, or every 30 wears you can wash denim, something like that.
Yeah.
It's to like, so they don't like deteriorate.
I try to keep it solidly in the 20s.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any complaints yet.
I mean, if you get like a big stain of buffalo sauce or I don't know.
Yeah, you got there's limits to this, folks. Dan and I are not we're not walking around as unwashed heathens. We are popcorn thrower awayers. We are not popcorn in the seat as we leave the theater kind of guys. We're reasonable people, believe us.
Yeah. We tried to be.
There's limits to these things, but like, no, the two absolute non-negotiables are socks and underwear, especially because I'm on my feet for most of the day, every day,
Yeah.
even when I'm not working. And I'm a sweaty Italian dude. Like,
Yeah.
you're not getting multiple wears out of a pair of socks or a pair of underwear.
I'm that way I agree with those two non-negotiables, but also t-shirts.
T-shirts very much depends on how, like, am I working? How long did I wear the t-shirt?
Fair.
If I wore that t-shirt for 4 hours and it was like lounging around, or I made my way to the bar and I was sitting down for a couple of hours and then I went home and took it off or whatever.
Yeah.
I will make sure, giant asterisk, highlighted, bold, italicized, the whole deal.
Yes.
If I need to, I can wear that t-shirt again.
Yeah.
If I must. Emergency situations only.
But I don't ever see a situation where I would run out of t-shirts. At least for me personally.
Oh, I don't know if you've listened this far into the podcast, you're probably a fan, and you probably know that Dan and I go to concerts a whole lot. We go to shows a whole lot, and probably less for Dan, but definitely for me, at the vast majority of them, I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a hoodie. Hoodies are an interesting one. How many wears are you getting out of those?
Oh God. It depends. I mean, probably like every 30 wears out of it.
Oh, that's low.
Or like 50. I probably like once a year will wash my sweatshirts. Not that they're gross. I mean, I'm not wiping shit on there. They're not like full of stains or anything like that, but like,
yeah, it's a solid 15 probably for me.
After 15 wears.
It's probably between 15 and 20 wears for me before I will consider putting them into the wash. And the reason is that I'm never wearing just a hoodie.
Fair.
So there's like barriers and stuff. If I spill something on it, if it gets kind of gross, if
I spill something on it, automatically to the wash.
Yeah, but yeah, it's probably about 15 or 20 wears back and forth before it goes in.
Yeah.
If I'm in a situation where I am just wearing a hoodie, like every once in a while you have one of those days, or like if I'm sick, I love to sweat it out.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, like I'm not feeling well, I can tell that I've got a cold coming on or whatever, like I'll wear a hoodie to bed as like a base layer because I don't usually sleep with shirts on. And now our dozens of listeners are well aware of this fact.
Right.
Like if I'm in a situation like that where I'm actively sweating, like actively dirtying this piece of clothing, okay, straight to the wash with you. You're not getting another wear.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I've got a t-shirt or I've got a long sleeve or I've got multiple layers on underneath the hoodie. And especially when it's cold, I've got the hoodie on and then I've got like the leather jacket and everything else. So it's like, there's multiple layers of protection on both sides from my body. Like wintertime, hoodies could probably, in the wintertime, I can probably get a solid 40 wears out of a hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
Because what's dirtying it? Nothing. Maybe the wrist cuffs on my hands.
Yeah.
But I'm a grown-ass adult and I wash my hands. So like, I also like to wash them, speaking of the wrist cuffs, when the elasticity starts feeling a little loose. Usually a good wash will
tighten that.
Sink that right up. Yeah.
Damn,
so it's a case-by-case basis.
We're spending a lot of time on laundry.
Man, this is half the reason that anybody listens to a podcast is just to hear the conversation between two people that know how to have a conversation. So
that is fair.
You guys have liked us enough that we've kept it going. And we like each other enough that we can keep it going. So welcome to a conversation that Dan and I would have had in our dorm room.
Yeah.
Or any time we're around each other.
That's totally fair.
It's usually story time and dumb shit like this.
I have so many hoodies. So many. I don't buy hoodies anymore. They're expensive, man.
I think the last hoodie that I bought was my Drug Church hoodie when I went to go see them. And I think that was like $60.
That's not bad considering
60's not terrible, and it's a it's a good quality hoodie. But like I remember going to shows and getting like a crew neck or a hoodie for like 30 or 40.
Oh yeah, like 30, 40.
But especially now with like between the fact that you have to buy the raw materials, which are getting more and more expensive, and I can't speak on that, or we'll fall down like a truly asinine rabbit hole. But then you have to, they're all screen printed, and if you're screen printing multiple colors or whatever else, like there's no way that anybody is going to profit off of that without just raising prices to a point where you kind of have to sit back and be like, well, am I going to do this and help the band, especially if you're playing a venue where there's merch cuts and everything else? Like, there's a whole political quagmire that comes with, I'm speaking specifically about merchandise, but it's happening at Target too. Like,
No, yeah.
what a time to be alive, man. It's just everything's too expensive.
Inflation, my guy. Inflation. Everything is hella expensive for no reason, and it sucks.
Why is pizza $40 now?
40?
If we're going to talk inflation, $40 for a pizza.
Like, actually, like what kind of place, though? Like a mom and pop place, or like...
Mom and pop places aren't doing that much better, but like my roommate and I got a Detroit style pizza.
Oh, yeah.
It was Jet's famous 8-corner pizza. The Pack You Run podcast brought to you by Jet's Pizza. We got an 8-corner pizza from Jet's, and like it's almost $40.
Insane.
Well, I understand inflation and everything else, but no.
I think
Remember growing up, pizza used to be like the slumming at night. If you were going to order out, if you were going to pick up or whatever.
Yeah, like you could eat like a king for $20 and feed 4 people.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
And it got delivered to your door.
Yeah, that's with tip included.
Oh, man. I used to order from a bar pizza place back in Halifax, Massachusetts. You could get it delivered to your door, and it would be less than $10 with the tip.
Wow.
That was when I first started making my own money, I was a menace.
I mean, that's $10. That's 1 hour of work.
Working a bus shift. I was bussing tables at Grill 58. Still there, by the way. Some of the best steak tips that you'll ever have in your life. And believe us, dear listeners, steak tip summer is coming. No, I was working 1 night a week bussing tables and then doing odd jobs for the life jacket company my dad used to work for, like all this other shit. Every once in a while, I'd have a couple of hours home alone after like junior or senior year of high school or whatever it was. I come home, it'd be 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be like, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for pizza. And I would get a full like 12-inch bar pie delivered to my door, and I would pay less than $10 for that pizza and the tip.
How much is it now?
I think that particular place closed, but I mean, if something similar wasn't to get it delivered to you, man, after tip, if it's less than $20, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Like that's the world we're living in now.
Even $20 for like a personal pizza. I mean, not terrible.
Not terrible, but like there's a place around the corner from my house, a little more than around the corner. It's so the one that I'm talking about is like a 4-foot-long bar pie, like true bar pie.
Yeah.
There's a place not that far from me now, and it's probably 13, 14 inches. It's not a great bar pie, but it is a bar pie. $15 if you're sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Never mind delivery and everything else. Like,
dude, I don't do delivery anymore. I don't do delivery. I don't do Uber Eats. I don't DoorDash. If I'm ordering out, which is pretty often, at least on the weekends, I'm picking up. I'm gonna walk there.
Yeah.
I'm walking it. I'm just gonna, or if it's far enough, I'll drive. Which usually, like, I don't have to, but like I'll go pick it up.
I'm just getting real choosy with I order out a lot, but yeah, the delivery the delivery fees and dealing with like a third party like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats or whatever.
They don't even get paid a lot. Like I did it.
Yeah, it's just I'm just getting to the point where I'm getting real scientific with it okay, when am I going to be off work? Where am I going to be geographically when this happens? So I will turn around and be like, okay, I know that I'm going to leave wherever I'm at right around this time. What's near me? What's close? What can I order ahead for pickup so I can just go and grab and like, I'll be a true degenerate and eat it on the train. Or find a corner that I can stop at so that I can just like eat on a street corner real quick before I start my commute or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you have to get real scientific with it. Otherwise, next thing you know, oh, I was just grabbing lunch. Yeah. And you spent $22 on your lunch for something that's like, is it really worth that $22? No.
Yeah. Like, was it really worth getting Chipotle delivered?
The answer, dear listeners, is no. No, it wasn't. And it never is.
Especially for Chipotle. I love Chipotle, but pickup only. They
do have the hot honey chicken back.
Ooh.
For a limited time.
So good.
And it is so good. I have had it more times than I care to admit. But it is so good.
I haven't had it in like a year yet. I haven't had it yet since it's come back, but it's good. Well worth it.
Very, very much worth it for something like that. And then as soon as it goes away, it's just kind of like, do I really want to spend that money on Chipotle?
But also I could easily replicate it at home. I can very easily I can do it at home, and I do it very often. It's just as good.
I know you can. I just don't wanna. I just don't wanna.
The laziness taking over.
I mean, really, and that's so many more. Again,
hey, we pick our battles. Like
I think this is going to be titled the old man episode because this is really just like so many old man takes. I don't wanna. And if I don't wanna and I'm not willing to spend the money, then I'm just gonna go do something else. Like I'll just shovel something into my face.
You'll get another slot bowl. Or AJ doesn't wanna. He doesn't wanna.
The slot bowl thing, there's not a lot of things that have been like,
I love a good slot bowl. I don't care, man. I make slot bowls all the time at home.
I think it's so funny, especially like you and I are smack dab in the middle of the generation that got so much flack. Like you and I don't get to quite call ourselves elder millennials, although both of us have elder millennial tendencies because we had enough family members and friends and people around us, like people that were older than us, that taught us like the better parts of elder millennial and Gen X kind of culture.
I mean, I think the cutoff from millennial is like 95, I want to say.
I think the general populace has changed it. I think they now say that the cutoff for millennials is like 97 or 98. And like if you were conscious, period, for the turn of the century, you get to call yourself a millennial. So like if you were 3 years old and you were like a 3-year-old like semi-functioning person that could like walk, now you get to be called a millennial.
I know like or like we're just like elder Zoomers. I wouldn't call myself an elder millennial. Like I'm not an elder millennial. When I think of elder millennial, I think of like you lived and you remember the entirety of the 90s. You know what I mean? Like you were like you remember 1990 to 99.
So you're thinking about it in a very mathematical way, which I think a lot of people do. My understanding is, if I may say, a little more cultural.
Fair.
I think that the actual thing that defines like a millennial versus a Zoomer versus a Gen Xer, I think you qualify as a millennial. And this is not an original thought. I'm regurgitating things that I've seen before. If you clearly and distinctly remember like a life that you lived before the internet, and that's like your life had its own sphere of influence,
Sure.
like whatever you want to call it. Like you have memories and thoughts and things that were attached to things that were not television or the internet, and then television and the internet took over at some point in your life, you're a millennial.
Okay.
You're a millennial, or if you were born way, way, way before, then you are whatever other generation you are. I have almost a Gen X perspective on some of these things, which I don't take pride in. Like, it's weird that so many of the people that are my friends and are influential in my life are that much older than me. But I had a very similar upbringing to people that were much older than me. I didn't see anything on the internet. I didn't see a web page until I was 13 years old.
That's crazy.
Like, I got to teenagerdom before I was able to like type in whatever.com and go and do things.
Yeah, I remember being on the computer. I remember the internet. We had like dial-up.
I mean, at friends' houses and stuff like that, like I was exposed to some of it, but like I did not have access to any of this shit until I was like well into puberty.
Yeah.
Which is its own other.
I remember 10 or 11, maybe 12, LimeWire.
I was exposed to all of that, and it was mostly through my cousins. Like, so many other people had the internet, so many other people had like things, but I was not able to like go to a family desktop computer. I had a desktop computer in my house long before this, but I did not have internet access. And it wasn't because of like parental controls or anything else. My house did not have internet until it was like necessary for my mom's job. And then we upgraded the whole family PC and everything else. And we started getting like, we had Windows XP and things were connected to the internet. And I got to use like, did not have active internet access for years and years and years. And I think that's like a definitively elder millennial thing.
That's interesting, because I think we always had internet as long as I remember. I remember dial-up, like, oh, hey, like, can you get off the internet? Like, I remember dial-up.
Me too.
Like,
I remember dial-up, but that was like my aunt and uncle's house, where it was like a weird thing where my cousin Ashley and I were like, we were trying to play some game on like Disney.com when we were all of, I don't know, 6 years old maybe. And then it was like, oh, my aunt took a phone call and all of a sudden we're like, what happened to our game? I remember the sound, like all of the funnyjunk.com, albino black sheep, like I know all of that shit. I was exposed to all of that shit. Don't get me wrong. But like in my own home, I couldn't get to any of that. I remember it being an event and not a positive one, but it was an event. It was like a Christmas Eve or a Thanksgiving after party thing. One of my cousins logged into Facebook on the family computer, and my mom was like, who was on Facebook? We don't need that in our house. Like I was late to my own internet game, but I was exposed to all of that shit.
Early internet was so good. It was so
early
good.
internet too.
Like, it was just like, it was simple, you know? It was
simple. A lot of it was just dumb. But it was so simple, and it was so much just like, I think it was the novelty of the whole thing. Like, you finally had access to people that weren't in your immediate circles, your immediate family, like your friends and everything else. Like, there was that like Renaissance period, right? Where everybody sat back and they were just like, you heard that Marilyn Manson removed a rib? Man, my kids on my schoolyard were saying the same thing. What the fuck? That shit was
he
cool.
Didn't actually do that. I mean, he's not a good guy. Not a good guy.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Probably definitively not a good guy. Anyway, our sponsor this week for the Pack Your Run podcast is Marilyn Manson. New album coming out next. No, we don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah,
Tell the producers to cut this part.
I see some waving of hands. There. Okay. Well.
No. We were talking about Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. I misspoke. I'm so sorry, guys. Joey, why are you flipping me off? I gave you this internship because you're my cousin. What's going on? Well, you know what? In England, that's a slang term for cigarette. It's not my joke. It's not my joke. That comes from Oh Hello.
They do call them that in England.
Yeah, see? Corroborated,
this is why the interns
Joey.
don't have a mic.
How about you know what? I bought popsicles for everybody. Just go to the fridge, don't take the rocket pop. It's almost 4th of July. We're saving those.
It's so dumb.
This might be the dumbest bit I've ever done on this podcast.
Anyways,
So
we were. What do we got next?
this is gonna be one of the better. This is gonna be a really good episode for people to listen to when tomorrow hits and AJ Brown becomes a Patriot and they're like, oh, I can't wait to hear the Packy Run's take on this big Patriots news. And it's just like, oh yes, they're talking about laundry and doing bits.
I heard it's a done deal. Who's to say? Apparently, they're giving away a 2028 first rounder.
Oh, who's to say? How did I miss that last night? We'll get to that in a second. We'll close with the. Anyway, you're hearing it's a done deal. Does anyone else smell toast?
I heard it's pretty much gonna happen.
I'm hearing that, and I hope this is true. It's a conditional first.
I don't know. I mean,
the Twitter sphere has been buzzing about this for months and months and months and months. The one that I saw when I wasn't slaving away mining all that chalk, the one that I heard was that they're gonna offer the offer is a conditional first, and if he doesn't hit certain metrics, it will go down to an early second in 28, I think. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it. He's
old.
29 in football age. That is old. We didn't get his prime, so he is on the decline. I'm a little worried that he won't be the same player. I mean, he is not. I don't think of him as a Randy Moss. I don't think of him as an AJ Brown. I'm trying to think of other great number one wide receivers that the Patriots have had, because they haven't had that many, surprisingly. And I'm not talking like Julian Edelman or Wes Welker or like a tight end, like, because those aren't, I mean, Julian Edelman and Wes Welker, great guys, great wide receivers, but are they like a definitive number one in an offense? They're like a slot guy.
Well, I think you're underselling it a little bit. I understand what you're saying, but now I'm going to be the pedantic one. Your point stands, but like the thing is that like, are they the championship guys? Because that's the entire argument with Edelman is like, you look at your regular season numbers, you look at your total production over your entire career, and you go, you're fine. You're a productive guy. There's a reason why you made the roster. You're great. Are you a championship player? Are you going to make that Falcon Super Bowl catch that Edelman makes? Are you going to be the guy that gets absolutely rocked and admittedly from the man's own mouth, you 1,000,000,000% got concussed in that Seahawks Super Bowl when you got yourself back up, but you couldn't make a straight line if someone held a gun to your head, but you're still fighting for that next down. Are you that kind of guy? Is AJ Brown that kind of guy?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Will he be better than Stephon Diggs? I mean, he came into the team at 31 last year. He's 32 now.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ Brown is younger. he hasn't. I don't think AJ Brown has had that many injuries in his career. I think he's been pretty healthy throughout.
No, and the scuttlebutt around him for the past 2 years with the Eagles has just been like AJ Brown has been the bellwether for Jalen Hurts a lot of the time.
I mean, that offense is loaded, and they don't have to throw the ball that often. They don't.
Yeah, and the fact that I couldn't tell you statistically if this bears any weight, but the reason why there's been a decent amount of talk in the national media about like, oh, Jalen Hurts is cooked, he's not that good of a quarterback, he's whatever. A lot of it has been because it's been like, why can't you get the ball to arguably your best receiver? There's been, I remember a couple of like flubbed plays. So again, I don't know if that's like truly, I don't know if that holds any weight in material reality, but as a Patriots fan that's looking for a really good receiver room for our quarterback that has a really good arm and wants to upgrade the offense and make another run for another Super Bowl.
Well, I think people overhate Jalen Hurts. Like Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I'm just going to say that now. He is definitively a top 10 quarterback.
No, Dan, he's a bum. Don't you watch anything on ESPN?
He is a good quarterback,
God.
but he is a different, and also Drake May is a good quarterback too. They play the same position. They have two completely different games. Jalen Hurts doesn't have the arm talent, but he is accurate, and he is probably the second best running quarterback in the league behind Lamar Jackson. I think hands down.
Yeah, he comes from the Cam Newton school of quarterbacking, where comparing it to prime Cam Newton at this point, clearly. But I can throw it. I'm pretty decently accurate when I do throw it. You think you can put me in a situation where I'm not going to throw it? I'm going to shove this ball directly down your throat.
Actually, I'm going to revise my last statement. Jalen Hurts is probably the third best running quarterback behind Josh Allen. It's Lamar, Josh Allen, then Jalen Hurts. But
Josh Allen's days are numbered.
Drake May has a better arm than Jalen Hurts. I think Drake May will have an easier time getting the ball to to AJ Brown. No doubt. I have no issues. I think Drake May will be able to fit the ball in those windows, hands down. And maybe I haven't looked at the film. I don't know if there is an issue with AJ Brown and he just, quite frankly, didn't get open enough last season. That could be very much the case. It's not Jalen Hurts' fault. It's more so on AJ Brown, and he can't get that separation. Maybe. It's possible.
Maybe. Jalen Hurts was living last season for his first season without Jason Kelce, who is, if we're gonna talk about, all timers, one of the best
He's
centers.
Up there. I mean,
he's
centers don't
in the
get that much
conversation.
attention,
and not having your safety blanket at center is begging for a little bit of regression. So, all right, credit where credit is due, Mr. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and also Saquon struggled last season. He did not look like the same player. They played a lot of football like the year before that, going into the Super Bowl. And I think that had a lot to do with a little bit of the regression. Also, Nick Sirianni is just they win in spite of him. He is a bad coach. I
got no love for him. I'm not gonna couch anything for Nick Sirianni, and it's not just because I dislike the Eagles just as a basic fact, but Nick Sirianni's not my guy.
I don't believe in him. He's won a Super Bowl, but there is no reason they should have ended their season the way it did last year. They were way too talented to end it the way that they did, but we don't care about them. This is about the Patriots.
Any given Sunday, baby. And I think that another year of a Josh McDaniels system for Drake May, and I think that's the one point that I wanted to make when he brought up Josh Allen, and I'll bring in another heavy hitter in the NFL world, Patrick Mahomes. If you've listened to this podcast, you've heard me say it before. Patrick Mahomes plays the game entirely too fast and loose to have a greatest of all time career. Unless, especially after a major ACL tear, He's not coming back this season as the same player. He might have some great flashes, and Chris Collinsworth might continue to do what he does
Now
when he talks
here's
about
a
Patrick
guy.
Mahomes. I'm gonna avoid. Here's a guy, and that's a Patrick Mahomes kind of play, and blah blah blah. Patrick Mahomes is going to be a good quarterback for another couple of years, especially if he learns how to actually throw from the pocket instead of just scrambling and doing no-look passes and everything else. He's going to have a great career. Never going to touch Tom Brady because that's never been his game. And unless he really, really quickly learns how to become a decisive pocket passer, not going to happen. End of conversation. Josh Allen had a window to do the same thing that Patrick Mahomes did for a couple of years, where it was like, oh my God, this guy, dual threat quarterback, and he can just leap over guys, and he just plays the game so fast and loose and makes things happen and blah, 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 blah. Josh Allen, you're a bad hit away from being Johnny Football. Like, you've had your window. It's not going to happen, and you're not going to be able to rely on those legs forever. Would I like to see the same thing that I talked about with hockey a couple of episodes ago? Buffalo's in a big drought. I love an underdog. Would I like to see Buffalo win something? At the end of the day, yes, just not on the backs of the Patriots, which is conference issues and everything else. But I don't have hate for Buffalo the way that I have for Patrick Mahomes specifically, but the Kansas City Chiefs in general. Drake May's ace in the hole for the foreseeable future is the fact that he has Josh McDaniels playing offensive coordinator. Josh McDaniels is not sitting back and going like, well, Drake can just do whatever. Jake can just improvise. That is the last thing on the priority list for our offensive scheme under Josh McDaniels. Drake May's got wheels.
Yeah.
He can run it down your throat. Josh McDaniels, I think this past season proves it, Josh McDaniels is trying to do everything he can to keep that as far under wraps as possible. He wants Drake to be throwing the ball. He wants to do smart run plays. He wants to keep his quarterback safe. And the last, emergency hatch that gets pulled is Drake goes and runs. Drake goes and does improvisational stuff. That's a situation where you can have a quarterback with wheels that's going to continue to do great things because he's forcing Drake into that you are the passer of the ball.
I think Patrick Mahomes is already at that level of an all-time great. I think he is. Just numbers, accolades. He has an impressive resume as it stands right now. It's even better than Brady at the same age. Just comparing numbers. It's the same. They are comparable for sure. Is Patrick Mahomes going to be 100% this season? I don't think so. I think he's probably going to be more at 80%, but he's still going to be damn good. I think Patrick Mahomes he's going to be good. And he's already back at practice as of right now. Good for him. I'm not going to, I don't root for players to get injured. I hope everyone is still,
No.
I hope he has good luck. I just want the Patriots to win. And whatever happens, happens. Josh Allen, he is built like a bowling ball, man. He's built like Cam Newton, but has the arm of Patrick Mahomes. It's insane.
It's true. But he keeps getting reckless. He's reckless with it. He still runs a little bit too quickly. From what I've watched, I haven't watched every Buffalo game. I'm sure that, with age comes wisdom, and with that wisdom comes smarter decision making when you're in the pocket, etc. But there's so many instances of Josh Allen just sitting back and you watch him and you're like, you didn't have to do that.
I get a little worried because running quarterbacks don't age well. Cam Newton, despite how we wax poetically about Cam Newton playing for the Patriots that one season, was he legitimately good? No. It was fun, but he was bad. He was not good. But and I look at him and I look at Russell Wilson, who same sort of improvisation. I can't say that word. Yes.
Improvisational.
He has that same style played with it for a while and then went to Denver, and he hasn't been the same guy since.
What are you talking about? Broncos country, let's ride. Everybody was saying that.
We've
always said that. I've always said Broncos country, let's ride.
I can see Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes falling into those same tropes. I mean, who's to say? They're still fairly young. For a quarterback, at least, they're early 30s at this point. They're still in their prime.
Yeah,
they can. If they take care of their body the right way, they'll be playing for another 8 years, 7 years. I see no.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
they'll probably get
assessment.
another big contract. I mean, Josh Allen has to. I think if for Buffalo, I think if there's any year to win the Super Bowl, this is the year to do it. With so many question marks. I mean, between
like I said, that window is closing, and it's closing soon. They gotta.
This is the year, though.
They gotta figure it out.
Even within our division, you have the Jets, bad. You have the Dolphins, who are clearly punting away the season. We expect some regression out of the Patriots. I don't see them getting another home field. Maybe, like, who knows? Who's to say? I mean, I don't see the Patriots getting a home field playoff game again.
Yeah, not unless things gel.
Right, unless everything goes perfectly.
Quickly.
Steelers are not going to be the same. Aaron Rodgers is old. Who knows what Baltimore is going to look like? They have a new coach for the first time in ever. Lamar Jackson is another one who needs that window is also closing for him too.
That window's probably more closed than Buffalo's, but
they have Joe Burrow, but they are managed so poorly that I have zero faith in them. Chargers are the Chargers. They love to charger. The Chiefs are
true.
Coming back from a bad season, and Patrick Mahomes is coming off of a torn ACL. They didn't make a lot of changes to this roster. Just to be honest with you, they were kind of handcuffed because they had no cap space. People are probably way higher on the Chiefs than I am, but like I think they're going to be like 8. I'm not seeing it. I'm not they don't pass this like the test for me. They'll hover around, but I see a 9-8 team. This is a 9-8 team, maybe 10-7 if everything goes perfectly. The Broncos are probably the biggest threat to the Bills, I would say. That is a shit-wrecking defense, bringing everybody back, and a healthy Bo Nix. I mean, and you bring in Jalen Waddle, who's a great deep threat, like a great number one, and you still have like Cortland Sutton, and you have a decent running game and Mile High. Oh, I didn't even. Jaguars might be tough. They might regress. Trevor Lawrence, I don't believe in. He's okay.
Yeah, he's still a little. I weirdly want to believe in him.
Texans,
I don't.
I mean, that defense is fantastic. What are we going to see out of CJ Stroud? Anybody's guess. I mean,
anybody's guess.
He had a really good rookie season. Ever since then, he's been mid, as the kids say.
Yeah. We'll
see.
All I can say is that we'll see.
This is the last day of May, so who knows? We're still in OTAs, and we'll have training camp in July and preseason in August, and then September is when the season starts. So that's when everything actually matters.
And between now and then, there will be steak tips.
I've already made steak tips once.
Let's go. I'm getting up there sooner rather than later, trying to figure it out. But rest assured, dear Packy Run listeners, we will let you know. In fact, we might even broadcast to you when Steak Tip Summer is in full
Hopefully
effect.
the 100th episode. 100th episode, steak tip.
Yeah, just the sound of the microphone of us chewing on steak tips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
trick me.
That's a good point. Have I told you that you've marinated these to you marinated those to perfection?
Oh, we are almost at the 2-hour mark. I think at this point it's time to wrap this, put a bow on this.
There we go. I've got a couple of options for names for this episode, so you guys will find out when you're streaming it on your podcast platform of choice. Dan, anything else to say to the wonderful world of the Packy Run?
No. Do your laundry. Pick up after yourself.
Do your laundry. And all I have to say to you people is that I have to pee. So be well, and we will catch you guys
talk to
on
you soon.
the next episode. Thanks for tuning in and
Bye-bye.
hanging out. Bye-bye.